Hey viewers, welcome to another episode of the Cichlid Dream. I have a couple things to talk about with you guys today. Just stay tuned and check it out. Okay guys, now that we're back, sorry if there is a loud echo. This room is kind of empty. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys a view of my 75-gallon cichlid tank. Everyone is doing good, and if you haven't noticed already, I have got 3 more fish. 2 of them I'm pretty sure you can notice, but let's get a closer look. Alright, so there's my OB peacocks. And let me move the camera a little bit closer. Sorry for the glare, guys. Let me see if I can't fix that. Let's see. There we go. The guy to your far right, he is basically a mutt. He's a mixture of Heproconus and a peacock. Now, I got him specially ordered. There's another one in here, but he's hiding right now. I also got a jewel cichlid, but he's moving pretty fast around the tank, so it's kind of hard to see where he's at. But let me try to show you guys real quick. Okay, so he's in the bottom right there, right by that rock. It's a beautiful fish. This is the first jewel cichlid I ever had. He's doing very well with the other cichlids. And honestly, after I changed up my aquarium, the aggression level went down dramatically, which is good. But let me get over to something else I wanted to show you guys. Alright, so here is my new tank that I just set up. I went and got a new piece of driftwood. I had everything already. Everything else, I mean. But if you can't tell, let me get a closer look for you guys so you can see what I have in here. Alright folks, now that we're back, sorry if there's a little bit of glare and don't mind the bubbles. But let's see if one of these guys come into the plane of sight for a second. Come on, little buddies. Sorry if the camera's a little rocky, I'm holding it with my hand. I put 10 of these guys in there. Some of them should. Oh, there they are. These guys are ghost shrimp. And I have only 10 of them in here right now. This is a 20-gallon tank. I do like the light. Let's see, what else? I did not boil the driftwood because it has beneficial bacteria on it already. And boiling obviously kills anything. But it also has tannins that help with the nitrates and ammonias and whatnot. But I am not running a filter on these guys 24/7 because I need a sponge filter, which I will get eventually. But in the meanwhile, as we come over here, it's to the far right of my cichlid tank. This is my turtle setup, and he's basically happy, he's thriving. I do let him under the sun for a few hours, which is nice for him because they like to bask in the sun. But I don't think in my last video I had this setup. I don't know, I'm gonna have to check that out. But anyways, let's go over to the beta tank, which is right here. The beta's doing good. Now, I have a very small light on him right now because I don't actually have a spare light for him. And that light that you saw in the last video, I was using that for the beta tank, but it's originally for my turtle tank. But anyways, the beta tank is still looking good. I'm about to run a filter on it for 24 hours starting tomorrow. And I basically wanted to do a fish room. Now let me talk to you guys about that. Okay, so I wanted to do let me move this down just a little bit. There we go. I wanted to do a fish room because, well, I wanted all my tanks in one room, but, like, how would I explain this? I needed more space in the living room, basically, so it took me about 5-6 hours, give or take, to take everything out. And the process was quite easy because I've rearranged tanks, I've done all kinds of stuff for over a year now, and I've done it a whole lot in that year. But let me take you guys through the process. Okay, so during this process, I had one 50-gallon tub and I had two 15-gallon tubs. What I did was filled up the 15-gallon halfway, well, one of the 15 gallons halfway, and then I put all my cichlids in there. After that, I filled up my, sorry about the glare guys, let me fix that. Right about now. Okay, so I filled up the second 15-gallon tub almost all the way, and after that, obviously, I filled up my 50-gallon tub, and while I was doing that, I had 3 extra heaters that I wasn't using, plus the one that's already in my tank, and so, excuse me, I wanted to make sure that water was still warm for the fish by the time I put them all back in there. But it took me about, I'd say, a good 10 minutes to catch all these fish, because as of right now, I have 23 fish in here. And that doesn't look like it because it's such a big tank, but I am going to slowly stock it. But let's get back on the subject. So after I put all the fish into my 15-gallon, the one that was halfway full, while I was filling up the 50-gallon tub, I took all the rock, everything, all the decor except the substrate. I kept the substrate in there because it would have been a pain to put it all back in and whatnot, but anyways, I put all the rock in the 50-gallon, which pretty much raised it almost all the way. And after that, I started cleaning out my spare room, which this is the one you're seeing right now. I took apart my bed that was in here. I took all my unnecessary things that I needed in here, and I stored them away in my garage so I could make this fish room. Now, let's talk about the tank. The tank, it was pretty heavy, but I had some help moving it in here. And after that, well, obviously I poured some of the water back in here. Sorry about the glare, guys. Let me try to fix that for you real quick. But as I was pouring the water in here, I went and put all the rocks back in here. Now, it was obviously high enough to where the whole rock would be submerged underwater. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, my rockscape is a little different than it was, and I'll explain that in a little bit, but I put the water back in here, and this isn't old water or anything. Now, I had to put some more water in here because it was about almost an inch low from where I'd like it to be. So I put more water in here, basically doing a water change. And I moved my filter, I moved my air pump, I moved everything that has to do with my fish or basically anything like that into this room. Now, I will be able to show you guys the feeding, but that's about it. Now, oh, there's a good view of my jewel cichlid. And it has to glare up as soon as he goes in the shot. But anyways, I'll show you a little bit more of the fish room. I did put up a shelf to where I can set all my aquarium conditioners, my fish food, my turtle food, pretty much anything like that. And one other thing, these two new cichlids I got in here, I think they're pretty much going to spawn, because before I started to take everything out and take them out, they basically dug an area all the way down to the glass. Now, you know what that means if you're an African cichlid keeper, but if you're not, I'll give you a brief description. Now, when the fish dig down to the bare tank, meaning African cichlids, basically they're getting ready to spawn, and that's their place that they're going to spawn. Now, I know I got a male and a female because one is not as colorful as the others, so I do have a spare tank for my fry. I have a spare 55 gallon, and I have a 1.5 gallon and a 10 gallon. Now, I need to get the equipment if, per se, my African cichlids do spawn. And I do need to learn how to strip the eggs, because some people say that that's a hard method, but then others say it's fairly easy, which I don't know. I really haven't seen it be done, but I will look into that a little bit more. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Like, subscribe, comment. The reason I'm saying this now is because I'm probably not going to say anything else in the video for the remainder of it. But come on, guys, leave some comments. Anything. Any subjects you would like me to talk about. Just don't be afraid to ask questions or anything like that. I'm pretty sure I have the answers to them, but I am still learning every day. So, again, thank you guys for watching, and enjoy the rest of this video.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord, oh Lord. Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes.